Hello everyone, welcome back to the Parrot Teacher. Today's topic is more of a serious one, and this is kind of an impromptu video because I wanted to cover it while it was fresh in everyone's minds and while something's going on with it. So what's been happening? On TikTok there's been another sort of scandal with someone giving some pretty poor advice, and I wanted to weigh in with it because I thought it was the perfect time to do this video. So on TikTok, a pretty large influencer with over 100k followers has done a video saying that when your bird is spicy or naughty, all you have to do is towel them for a while to gently assert your dominance, and then everything's going to be okay. And basically what they're promoting is something called learned helplessness, and this is something you should never teach your parrot. This is something you do not want your parrot to do, and this video is going to explore why and why humans still do it. So learned helplessness is one of the most depressing things a parrot or any other animal can learn or exhibit as a behaviour. Learned helplessness is basically where your parrot or other animal, as I said, shuts down. You're doing something to them, they can't stop you, so they just shut down. Like the towel example. Your parrot is being towelled and they can't resist you, you're too strong, they just literally are stuck there and they just have no choice. It is learned helplessness. They just shut down. They don't know what to do, so they do nothing. And if this is done repeatedly, your parrot will always do this. It is so sad because your bird is basically becoming helpless and you're creating that. Not you personally watching this video, but someone is creating that situation. And the behaviour is not based on trust. The behaviour is not based on obedience or dominance. You're not dominating your bird. Well, I suppose you are from a human perspective, but your bird is just reacting as a prey species. It's just shutting down. So there's no trust involved here. It's just, oh my goodness, it's just terrible. And yeah, when I see big influencers promoting this sort of behaviour and actually believing it, it really is a bit disturbing because it shows just how prevalent as a way of thinking this sort of training and behaviour encouragement is. It's important to remember that parrots do not dominate each other. Yes, you may have parrots with stronger personalities who may barge others out of the way at the watering hole or food, but it's not dominance. It's not a dominance hierarchical structure. We dominate, dogs dominate in some circumstances. Parrots do not have that same social structure. They're a flock species, so it works completely differently. And that's really important to remember when you're thinking about learned helplessness and how you train your parrot. So why is learned helplessness still a thing? Well, basically it's because it's convenient for us humans and it's often misinterpreted as a behaviour. So it's convenient for us humans because the parrot's obedient, the parrot is passive, the parrot's not biting, so it's a very easy way of stopping them from biting because you just towel them, you just force them into submission. But in some ways, and I've seen this actually, this can actually make your parrot's behaviour worse in other circumstances. Yes, while they're in that towel, they may behave, but in other times you're just going to see fear responses, and it's really, really bad and really, really annoying. And as I said, people love it because it's convenient and easy. And what's sadder is a lot of people misinterpret this behaviour as, oh, they love it, they're enjoying being cuddled, they've suddenly become so passive. Like, unlike Pickles, who just wants to go and do something, I don't know what. Where do you want to go? Go there. Unlike Pickles anyway, so yeah, people just think that is actually a natural happy behaviour when it's not. It's them shutting down, and please, if you see it, you need to stop allowing it to happen because it's no good. And when you do call it out on social media, you have to be careful because a lot of people's views are entrenched, and you have to try and do it in a sensitive way, because if you try and call them out and you attack them, they're probably just going to react defensively and it's not going to work. So just educate. That's the way to get people to change their views. Educate rather than attack, because otherwise people are just going to keep on doing it. And the more people that start to change their views, the more people who continue to promote it will be marginalised and have to change the way they do things. Also, even though it's not really related to learned helplessness per se, I wanted to address the other part of this video, which is toweling in general. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of toweling. I think there's a lot of better ways of doing various things, for example, nail clipping. However, I do see that it's necessary in some circumstances. And those circumstances do not include our convenience or when they're biting or just to force them into submission. Those are not the circumstances I'm talking about. I'm talking about if there's necessary husbandry, necessary vet checkups, or where they have to be towelled for their own safety. Those are the only circumstances I see it as viable. That's not to say that you may not have to occasionally. For example, when they do go to the vet, but make sure you do it properly and you're shown how to do it properly, because if you do it inappropriately, you can almost suffocate your bird. So just to address that part as well, because I thought it was important to mention. So everyone, thank you very much for watching. I hope this maybe illustrated just how bad learned helplessness is and how misguided I feel some people who just practice it are really, and encourage their parrots to do it. If you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to drop them down below. But in the meantime, from me and Pickles and Chip and Fish who are elsewhere, take care, have a really good day.